All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Luis Morales here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk. 3 p.m. on a Monday. It's the afternoon. It's time for us to break away from the desk or wherever your workspace is and get in some movement, get in some stretching. Before we get started, if there's any spots you guys feel need a little bit of extra love or you want a little bit of extra attention shown to that area, feel free to drop it in the chat. Come off mute, say it out loud, whatever you want to do, can definitely work it into the routine for today. Not really seeing anything in the chat. I'll try and keep monitoring that throughout this stretch break, but let's go ahead and get into it. Starting on the ground here, hands and knees. What we're gonna do starting off here today is some calf stretching. And shoulders might get a little bit of a workout here. So we're gonna start hands and knees position. Shoulders or hands are planted under those shoulders, knees under the hips. Curl those toes up, let those toes come into contact with the ground. And let's proceed to push our hips up into the air, straightening out those legs, straightening out those arms. What we're trying to do here is to stretch the calves out a little bit. So my heels are not touching the ground, but we want to try and reach both those heels to the ground here for a sec. Making sure to breathe. And let's shift our weight over into that left foot. So we can either rest our right foot on the back of that left heel or just hold it up off the ground. All our weight is going into that left foot, trying to push that left heel into the ground. And we're breathing. Breathe into that stretch here, guys. All right, let's switch. Let's put that right foot back on down. Rest that left foot on that right heel. Weigh that right heel down. Couple deep breaths here, guys. All right, let's switch it back over to the left. I know the shoulders are getting tired. Couple small rounds here of this stretch, this calf stretch. Good job, you guys. All right, one more time, right side. Trying to bring that heel as close to the ground as we can. Feeling that stretch through the calf, maybe the hamstring, maybe the glute. Good job, you guys. Good job. One more big breath. And on that exhale, we can put that left foot down. Slowly bring our knees back down to the ground. Take the weight out of those hands for a sec. Come all the way up. Shake out those shoulders if you need to. Relax a little bit. All right. Next up, we're going to stay down here on the ground. Do one of my favorite child's pose variations. So hands and knees on the ground. We can spread those knees apart just a little bit wider than the hips, if that's more comfortable to you. Let's walk those hands out away from our body and over to one side. So I got my hands all the way out to my left here. And once you have those hands out to one side, sink those hips back, pull those hands back into a comfortable position. And then you can kind of rest your face, chin, or cheek on the ground or on the mat, whatever's most comfortable. But now we have one side that's nice and opened up. So let's continue to breathe. Let the rib cage expand and feel that stretch through our side body, through the lats. Good job, you guys. Big diaphragmatic breaths here, trying to expand that belly as much as possible. Good work, everybody. Good work. One more big breath here. Nicely done. After that long exhale, let's slowly rise. Put some more weight into these hands. We're going to walk those hands all the way out over to the other side. Knees are going to stay planted. All right. Sink those hips back. Find a good spot to pull your hands to, rest that head on the ground. Once you're in a comfortable spot, let's start breathing, trying to expand that other side of the rib cage as much as possible here. Feel free to play around with this position, make it comfortable, make it doable, make it relaxing. Good job, everybody. Big inhales. Nice work, you guys. One more big breath after this. Last one. Nicely done, everybody. Slowly rise, put some more weight into those hands. Walk those hands back into the middle. From here, we can stay on the ground, but we'll get into a slightly different position, and that is everybody's favorite, the shin box. All right, you guys. If you're unfamiliar with the shin box, trying to have one leg in front, knee and ankle on the ground, one leg out to the side, knee and ankle on the ground. Definitely going to be tough to sit up at first. We're going to do our best here. Now, let's make sure we have a little bit of room around us because we are going to get kind of dynamic with this one here today. And what we're going to do is try and flip our hips kind of over and back. So it'll kind of look like this as we move. And if you're in a position where you're like, wow, my hips are not going to be moving that clean today, go ahead and lean back on those hands. And this way you can kind of easily flip those hips back and forth. We don't have to have the weight of our upper body coming down on that pelvis. So you can lean back on those hands and flip it that way. Now, if your hips are mobile or you've been practicing, let's go ahead and spread those arms out, clench those fists together, keep that core really tight. We're trying to stay up as high as we can. And what we're going to do is try and switch over, lay those knees and ankles down on the other side. So let's keep going. Let's try a few for each side here, guys. Good work, everybody. Good work. You might find yourself sliding across the ground a little bit, and that's okay. Want to make sure we got adequate room around us. Good work, everybody. Good work. Use that core. Keep breathing, guys. Keep breathing. Good work. All right, guys, wherever we're at, go ahead and adjust yourself for a moment. We're going to do one more each side. So flip it one way, lay those knees and ankles all the way down, and let's flip it back the other way. Last time here. Good work, everybody. Good work. Way to work on that control. Relax those arms. Give those arms a shake. And to end it, let's go ahead and stand all the way up. So take a moment. Come all the way up onto your feet. Just this so you guys can see me up here. All right, you guys. So to end the stretch break today, what we're going to work on is a little bit of shoulder movement, something that I know all of us do at our desks or in our working space, and that is kind of that hunch, shoulder blades coming forward on the rib cage. So let's plant those feet about shoulder width apart, keep the tummy nice and tight. Those arms are going to stay down by our sides, and what we're going to practice is just pinching those shoulder blades together really hard for 2 seconds and then relaxing them. Want to make sure we're also kind of squeezing the armpits here, guys. Shoulder blades should not be going up in any way, just straight back together and then forward again. So solid 2-second squeeze every time. Practicing this position. Breathing as we go in and out of this position. Good job, you guys. Good job. A couple more here. This is also something we can do seated at our desk. We're starting to kind of feel that ache in the back of our neck or in our back or anywhere else, kind of around the shoulders. Sit up nice and tall in your chair. 2-second pinches. Good work, you guys. Good work. All right. Wherever you're at, let's make this one the last one. Big solid pinch. Feel those muscles back there. And then exhale and relax. Good work, everybody. Good work. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. That's all the time I have left for this stretch break. Please, 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 if you haven't already, go fill out our member satisfaction survey. That is up on our SharePoint site and our Slack channel. It really helps us get a better idea of how we can be better and how we can create better experiences for everybody in the future. So if you haven't already, please go fill that out. Thank you for Brittany for putting in the chat. It is also on our Slack channel. So please do that. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy out there, and we will see you guys next time.
Thank you, Luis.
Thanks, Luis. That was the one to purchase Design to Run on MindBody. It won't let me copy the link from Slack. That's interesting.
That is weird.
Well,
Whatever.
I know I Control C twice. Oh well. All good.